Just when this international underworld plot looked all systems go, everyone suddenly realized it never really ever stood a chance. It had been penetrated and compromised from nose to tail. They were being watched at every turn. Lurking from the start was cool high technology, undercover agents, a SWAT team, and undoubtedly a snitch or two. The mob reporter here with a case against members of the Hells Angels motorcycle club that spans a lot of geography, from Mexico to the United States to Romania to New Zealand, with a slice of China and Germany on the side. Romania's anti-organized crime squad broke the news on November 19, 2020. The night before, a leader of the Hells Angels in Bucharest, Romania's capital, and 2 more Hells Angels from New Zealand were arrested in a highly targeted blitz. They were allegedly plotting large-scale international drug trafficking, money laundering, and a couple of underworld hits. Let me tell you about it. It started this summer in Texas, where American law enforcement officials tipped off Romanian police to an emerging international plot that was coming their way. By the time 2 Hells Angels from New Zealand arrived in Romania, they were already being tracked across borders through Interpol. Police then pulled off 3 raids in one night in Bucharest and in a suburb of the capital. In the first, the New Zealanders were arrested in an apartment immediately after negotiating to buy bulk cocaine. The second raid grabbed a local biker in a warehouse, right after arranging to take control of Mexican coke destined for Romania. And finally, in the suburbs, a leader of a Romanian Hells Angels chapter was arrested, allegedly caught red-handed with 50,000 euros in cash and the ownership deeds for 2 buildings. That was to be the payment for the shipment destined for Bucharest, police say. It was not a coincidence that these raids so fortuitously caught the men in such apparently compromising circumstances. Drones with thermal cameras were buzzing outside, and apparently undercover agents were muttering inside. With their 3 targets safely in hand, police then executed 7 search warrants in Bucharest, including a building used by club members where 12 motorcycles and 2 luxury cars were seized. Police also found a pistol, matching ammunition, and some coke. The plan, authorities say, was for a large load of Mexican coke and methamphetamine to be prepared in the United States and shipped to Romania, where it was to be split between bikers, both locally and from New Zealand. The New Zealand portion was then to be transshipped south to their home turf. Details are not yet fully known, but Romanian officials say others involved in the plot were from the United States, China, and Germany. Money tied up in the deals was being laundered through expensive purchases, including yachts, luxury cars, high-end watches, and other goods that were transferred between countries, as well as through cryptocurrency. A subplot in the affair, authorities allege, were 2 hits on rivals. Court documents name those arrested as Marius Lazar, the leader of the Bucharest City Hells Angels, and New Zealanders Michael Matthews Murray and Mark Patrick Johnson. They have all been held in detention pending a decision on their extradition to the United States. New Zealand holds a special place in Hells Angels history. Bizarrely, it was the very first jurisdiction outside of California to have a Hells Angels chapter. It was founded in 1961. There are currently 7 chapters in the country. One of the New Zealanders arrested in Romania has a long, interesting history of his own, as revealed by Jared Savage, a terrific New Zealand crime reporter. Johnson has a chemistry degree and worked for years as a lab technician before finding a more profitable outlet for his skill set. As Savage says, he became one of the first meth cooks in New Zealand 20 years ago. In contrast to New Zealand, Romania is a more recent entry into the Hells Angels fold. The first chapter there was established in 2013. There are currently 6 chapters there and 1 prospect chapter. Now, another neat twist to this still emerging story comes from another dedicated crime reporter, this one in Romania. Valeria Krupta revealed that the target of the alleged murder plot was the president of a Romanian chapter of the Gremium Motorcycle Club. The Gremium was founded in Germany in 1972 and claims to be the largest biker club in Germany, where they have 71 chapters. Now, this information comes from the alleged target himself, Alexandru Kazan, who told Valeria he was expecting a fight with the Hells Angels, maybe even a large brawl, but not an assassination attempt. He said, quote, "We thought we might meet like this. We 10, you 10, we fight." He says police are now afraid he will seek revenge. The Gremium outnumber the Hells Angels in Romania, he said. Surely it's bravado. No one wants to go to war with the Hells Angels. Kazan himself is a funny cat. He has quite a public profile in Romania for a biker. He seems to like to see him be seen. Soon after the apparent plot to kill him was announced, Kazan posted this photo on his Facebook page. Highlighted is a verse from the Bible, in Romanian, that reads, "They will fight against you, but will not overcome you. For I am with you and will rescue you, declares the Lord." I've been unable to confirm that God is in fact on the Gremium's side, but with a name like Hells Angels, I suppose that's a possibility. Thanks for watching.